us a rundown of the walking route?
I don't know. By the time I finished, it could be kick-off. Well, obviously the three boys are away. Laidlaw, Marciano, Ajapong, Stevenson, Poaches. They're all out. Marv's just come back into training the last couple of days. Dave Gray's just trained for a few days, so we're down to the bare bones at the minute. And off the top of my head, I've probably missed somebody out there. Lennon, he's another one. Mavrius, another one. He's gone. So we've got about 11 missing.
There was one of the Hibs fans on social media last night saying, with so many players out, and you had the opportunity to try and call the game off. Do you regret that now?
No.
No.
I want to play the game. We're 6 unbeaten. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't, you know. So I think sorry for Hibs fans talking in hindsight, but we've still got a strong enough team to go out there and perform and be competitive and win the game. If we'd have called the game off, there would have been a huge outcry, a lot of disappointment, and unnecessarily so. And you don't know when you'll play the rescheduled fixture, and even then we could have a lot of injuries by that time as well. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't see the point in waiting and putting it back for another few months. And if you call the Hearts game off, then do you call off the Elgin game? Do you call off the Motherwell game if the Australian boys are still in the tournament? So you could be 6 weeks without a game. So you've all those things to factor into as well.
Is it just a matter of somehow putting a team together to try and win the game tomorrow night and then get this break out of the way?
Yeah, I mean, we've been running on fumes in terms of the squad for the past couple of weeks anyway, and the lads are playing well. They've been Celtic and Rangers undefeated. Wouldn't have seen that coming. So they're in good spirits, and they're due a break. It'll come at the right time, but at the minute we're just focusing on winning the derby.
Have they surprised you a little bit, just how resolute they've been, given everything that they've had through?
Yeah, I think they can play better at times, there's no question. I think, against Livingston we could have played better and should have won the game. But they were excellent on Wednesday against Rangers. Second half in particular, they played really well and deserved something out of the game, which they got.
What are you expecting tomorrow from Hearts?
I've seen a lot of Hearts lately, and I know they've had their own sort of injuries to important players, but they had a good minute. It would have been a confidence booster for them. I think at the start of the season they were fantastic, and obviously the injuries have hampered their progress, and that's difficult for a manager in that aspect, especially when they're really important players. But I expect them to be, as Hearts always are, very competitive and energetic and difficult to beat.
Craig spoke this morning about the importance of trying to keep all the action on the pitch and not try and worry about what's going on off it around you. You said the police had been in and spoken to the players. Have they been here as well?
Yeah, they were in a few days ago, and just to give us an update, which is fine. Pretty routine sort of thing. Not over egging anything, and the players will be focused on the game and nothing else.
Are you surprised at the kick-off time? At 5?
It's a funny one, yeah. 2 derbies in the one day as well, so there might be a bit of alcohol consumed by 5:30, I'm sure. We just ask people to behave themselves, go to the game, enjoy it, and then go home safely.
We've had a great record against Hearts at Easter Road, so we should put that down to.
I think the boys enjoy the atmosphere, and our home form's been very, very good for a long time now. So it's very difficult to put a particular finger on one issue. Every derby's different. Form regardless goes out the window, and it's all on the night. So you're just hoping that we start the game as we intend to go on the front foot and be purposeful with our play.
The way performances were going, are you surprised at the sort of level of confidence the players should be going into this game with after a string of good results?
Yeah, we're pleased. I think probably too many draws in the run, but we're still unbeaten. So off the back of the run we had before. It's it's good form. Considering the opposition we've played as well, it's been a very difficult month for us. So yeah, we're very pleased with the level of performance to a certain extent. In some of the games they played really well, and some of the games they played alright. But they look more like themselves the last few weeks, which is augurs well, obviously.
So win against Hearts the perfect way to go into that January break?
Win against anybody's a perfect way to go into the break. If you don't win it, it's a long 3 weeks before you get back into it. But it'll be a welcome break. Get some bodies back and hopefully some new bodies in, freshen things up.
Some young players into the team the last couple of weeks. Guys like Sean Mackey have made an impact. But is this a difficult one for them to come into, or given that they've been kind of brought up through the club, they'll know what it's all about as well?
You just never know. It can affect the most experienced of players sometimes, regardless. You hope them with the youth on their side, they'll just take it in their stride. It's a one-off game, and then they've got plenty of time to recuperate and reflect on it. So he was excellent on Wednesday, made a huge impact, played brilliantly against Celtic. And it's important for a club like us to develop our own, and that's part of the remit here as well, is to bring through academy players, and we've already done that with Ryan, Ollie Shaw, and we're seeing the fruits of Sean as well now.
How do you look back on this year, Neil?
Great, I've enjoyed it. It's been good year for the club. I think good finish to the season last year, and good run in Europe. We've brought in a lot of money for players as well. And alright, the first half of the season hasn't been great, but we know if we win on Wednesday, we can look back on the year with a lot of satisfaction. Even if we don't win, we can look back on the year with a lot of satisfaction. I think there's a lot of good things that have happened over the year.
The transfer window opens. Are you expecting a lot of business?
I don't know about a lot of business, but I'm expecting some business. We need to definitely freshen things up and add to the squad. There's no question of that. With quality, a bit of pace as well.
Do you have anything lined up for the LA days of January?
Well, we've spoken to a few players and clubs and agents, obviously, so we're hoping to, get them in as quickly as possible. We've got a training week in Dubai, and hopefully we can take maybe one or two on that trip as well and bed them in.
You get linked with Scott Allen just about in every transfer window, Neil. Is he one that's on the radar again?
He's a player at Celtic. He's a player we admire. I'm sure he's got a lot of clubs interested in him because he's obviously not playing regularly at Celtic. He had a spectacular second half of last season for us, so it seemed to be a good fit. But there's been no confirmed talks at all.